Welcome, listeners, to another episode of Day to Day with Daidrien. My job is to push your boundaries of thinking and challenge your assumptions and ignite your curiosity. If you're looking for a fresh perspective on the world, you're in the right place. Get ready to expand your mind because this podcast has no limits to what we can explore. Welcome back to another episode of the Day to Day with Daidrien podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm glad to have you with me today. I got Mr. Jason King, and I got something special for you guys. It's a current trend going on right now, and I caught it kind of early. So let's see what I can do with the algorithm when it comes to this episode. So I got this video. First of all, how you doing, Mr. Jason, man?
I'm
just
good.
hopped straight into the video, man.
I'm good. We had big rain action today, so I'm just living in that right now. So, but other than that, bro, I'm Gucci.
Yeah, you ain't lying. I heard that storm last night, man, and I pray to God that we don't get a sprinkle and my power cut off, because that tends to be happening nowadays.
Yeah, my stuff was off this morning, so
like my electrical can last through a hurricane, but now when it rains a little bit too hard, my power go out.
Yeah, be like that.
Of course, man. Of course. But yeah, man, I want your honest opinion on this trend going on right now. I don't know if you heard about it, but it's called the soft guy era. However, it's a trend, and I feel like some men are actually gonna take this and run with it, right? And really,
bro,
and really abide by this. So, what is your opinion on this whole soft guy era trend right now?
You can't go tit for tat. It's just garbage. At the end of the day, it's just men being mad at women and women being mad at men, but neither one of us are being accountable. Y'all get yourself together. A man ain't supposed to take care of a grown woman that's been taking care of herself from the beginning. It makes no sense for me to save up all of my money or you to save up all of your money and then spend all of mine while in a relationship. It's one-sided, and vice versa. If a woman's doing that and she's taking care of a man and then he's saving up all his money while she's taking care of a bill, it doesn't work. You supposed to work together. The 50-50 is no such thing as 50-50. It's 100-100. It got to be 100-fold from both parts. So, like, it's just it's childish at most. It's like two babies dealing with each other.
I can agree to that because, like, I thought the pillar of masculinity when I was in a relationship was I take care of everything. And, I did the best that I could to do that. And, she didn't really ask me for a lot of things. I just stepped up and did it. And I thought that was being masculine, right? And I was paying for everything, not realizing that I was kind of excluding her out the relationship. Because like I said, felt like she had no place in it. And I just thought that's what a man was supposed to do, was pay for everything. And I feel like some men shoot themselves down because they feel like they can't do that. I know a lot of people who refuse to be in relationships because they feel like they're not where they want to be financially. And I don't think that should stop a man. If you like somebody, you like somebody. And I think that was kind of toxic on my half, like just trying to pay for everything and then show masculinity and structure and be a provider. I think, she probably became pessimistic to that over time. And I'm just telling young men and men who are older than me that I don't believe that's the way to go.
Yeah, you can't, and this for the young guys out there, you can't lead with your money because you're going to lead to doom. It's just, you're going to end up with destruction because, again, if you keep showing her money, then she get accustomed to that. But what happens if something goes wrong in your relationship and the money goes down? Now, if the lady, if she genuine, she still want to stick beside you, yeah, she'll stick beside you, but that's going to be a cut in your armor. That's going to be a cut in your pride. So you can't live the lifestyle that you used to live. So you're going to be a spite for her. So when you go into a relationship, like I said, you see all these billionaires that led with money and they still getting divorced. They still get divorced. So money is not a deciding factor. Yeah, it makes stuff easier, but it's only easy until you have everything that you can get for money. Once you have everything you can get for money, then what? What's the next goal? What's the next thing? So a lot of things that I've seen yet today. I was thinking about this today when I was looking. I was listening to a song that Prince had, and then I seen somebody had Prince and Apollonia. You probably, this is too young for you to understand, but you too young to understand this. But it was Vanity Six and Apollonia. But you know, Prince had Vanity before he had Apollonia, and he lost Vanity, and she went and did her own thing. And Purple Rain, or the movie Purple Rain, the woman that played Apollonia was playing the lady that you know Vanity. If you ever seen The Last Dragon, you'll see that lady, beautiful woman, but she passed on now. But in the sense of it, it was just like what I'm saying right now. Prince led with money, 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 money. Money will not keep a woman. That's not going to protect them at the end of the day. Most likely, it'll put them in more danger because the more money you have, the more people that want to come get it from you that don't have it. But people, this social media monster has made it to where money, 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 money. Yeah, we do stuff like this to get up, but what are you investing your money in? What are you where are you putting your money to make society better? Those are the questions that you need to be asking yourself. And what kind of man, like that dude right there, he just said, I need $75 to get my beard trimmed and cut. Come on, boy. You sound, if pH Balance was a person, and I don't mean to be like that, but yo, bro, you gotta chill. You doing too much. If you do something with your lady, y'all go get a manicure, a pedicure together. You go get your hair done. She go get her hair done. Like I have a person that's real close to me. Like she told me her getting her hair done was like her pride and glory. She loves to get her hair done. It makes her feel better. It's one of her releases. It's just like with a man. Like when we get haircut, bro, we get haircuts every other week. I'm finna book a haircut appointment right now because my head look a fool. But it makes us feel better. But again, it's like idolatry. We start to worship how other things instead of God. I'm always gonna put God into this, but right now we have an era of sassy men and masculine women, and then it's it's like we created each other. Because I used to hear women say back in the day, let me see your feminine side. Now you seeing it and you don't like it.
I remember that when I was a kid. I remember that.
That.
I used to hear that all the time.
Yep, and now you seeing the feminine side of men, and it ain't pretty. And like I was always, boy, y'all boys out here, soft as Charmin tissue, coming out here talking and doing all this stuff, bro. Get out of my face.
I can't agree with you, man. And I feel like when you lead with money, you're not putting your character first. And essentially you're only hindering yourself and her because you're essentially programming her for this lifestyle. And when the next person come in, he could be a good person. When the next person come in, he a good person, but he has no money. She may, yeah. And you probably gonna hurt the next person leading with money instead of your character. And we do teach these things in our courses about core persona and character, which can be found on our website and on his mentorship program. So and I have a book too called Art of Style that helps cultivate your personal character, because you have to lead with that first, because when the money run out, then what do you have? You don't have no foundation. You built it on a fiat currency. And what I see too is like when you get hit with an economic reason, let's just say, for instance, you lost your job. What are you going to resort to? Because you're so consumed by the money, right? So let's give an example. You have Eddie and you have Willie. You have Eddie who lost his job and he has a family, and you have Willie who lost his job and he has a family. But Eddie does whatever he can to make ends meet. Selling peanuts, newspapers, cleaning toilets, whatever it is. He didn't let society reduce his masculinity. Versus you have Willie over here who probably started an OnlyFans account because he's so consumed in the money, and his character is now just gone. So he let society reduce reduce his structure as a man, and it's not healthy when you lead with that kind of mindset. So, and also too, when we tell, I see this more, but we tell women they'll get a job, and then you have some women that tell men to get a job. But listen, that's the wrong advice to give. And let me tell you why. Because most men and women do not control the means of production. So telling them to get a job is the wrong advice, right? You need to figure out what it is that you can help them with. What's their talent? What are they good at? And try to bring that out that person and give them encouragement. But telling them to get a job when they don't even control the means of production is kind of below the
Point.
belt. Yeah, it's like, because not every man, like, and if you do find a man who control the means of production, like, can you handle what come with that? But that's just another topic for another day. But essentially that's just what it comes down to. But if you lead with your character, you can have no money and still keep her. But if you lead with your money, once the money is gone, so will she
Yeah.
be. You can't blame her for that.
Well, I can say it like this because character has been so downplayed in the society, because I can always see girls like with the worst kind of dude, with just the worst, the trashiest dude out of the hood, like, and you will see her have a boyfriend that's the good guy, but she make him go through hell and high water while she just letting the dude that ain't nothing just bust her down. Now, and you know what I'm saying? Those things right there, that lacks character, especially when it comes to male and female. Because the guy that's not doing nothing, you know why? He don't have nothing else to do but have sex.
Okay, so
That's
let me add to that. Now, I'm a type of person who is very quick at understanding and very slow at judging.
mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna tell you this: if a woman has a man out the hood and a good man, if she has two men, this is a woman who doesn't know what a real man looks like.
Yeah.
So even if she is doing that, you have to become a person where you have to tell yourself, okay, if she do hurt you, right, you gotta, it's hard to let it go, but you have to be able to understand that she doesn't know what a good man looks like.
Yeah.
So you have to kind of like, take one to the chin, because I will say every woman ain't like that.
No, no, not
So
at all.
yeah, they all not like that, but you just have to have discernment. And when we go through pain, it teaches us about discernment and the patterns, because our
Mhm.
mind sees patterns and these patterns repeat. Okay, my antennas are now up, so let me pay attention.
Yeah.
But you can't sit up here and be like, and then we get out here on the internet and then we shine a light on women like that, and then men believe all women are like that, and then we're sitting up here looking and manifesting for this to happen, and then it does, right? Because we are
That's
out here
true.
consistently looking for this type of stuff, and that's just not healthy. Why can't we shine a light on the women who are doing good? Because there are a lot of women out here doing good, but they never get the credit for it. Instead, you may get cheated, a man may get cheated on, or a woman may get cheated on, and then that's going viral on TikTok or Instagram.
That's
But
what
what
they
about the woman? Hmm?
that's what they make viral. So, like I was saying, when you look at it, that's what they make it seem as a popularity thing. You know what I'm saying?
So
We don't see the like the good man or the good husband or the good boyfriend. We don't see them portrayed,
I
but
think we
we'll
do. We
see.
just ignore it.
I'm gonna say it like this: it's not portrayed that much on social media. In life,
So
yeah, we see it. Like, we'll see it in life, but we don't have people like, you know what I see. I don't see people applauding people for being in good relationships at all. I see the dismantle of it, because I can, like I said before, like we
here's
have it. It seems like we have a more of a bad pool of people, bad role models than good.
here's the thing, and this is done mainly on the women's side, because there are a lot of good men, and I will say, I don't know if the saying is there are more good more good men than bad, or it's more good women than bad. I don't know which one that it is. However, if you're a good man, and you got to remember, there's a lot of hate in this world.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see another man tearing another man down behind the girl that he has, but I do see women tear down a man behind the man that she has. And I just believe that a lot of these women, because this kind of happened to me, I'm not going to say kind of happened to me. We know what happened. But there are not too many men out here like me and you. So it's hard for people to believe that. It's hard for people to believe that it's a good man out there.
Yeah.
And it take a lot to become a good man, because if y'all are on the same age, 20, 30, 40s, you got to think about the test of time, the stuff that he went through, and he remained good. Bad things happen to good people all the time, but yet this man is standing in front of you and he still remains good. Think of, because they say the nicest people on the planet are the people who've been through the most.
That's true.
I'm a walking testimony of that. You are too. So I can sit up here and say with conviction that, look at, if you just took the time to, okay, he's a nice guy, and then think about all the stuff that he went through, and he remained unbroken, right? What does that tell you? So, and I feel like, just when I studied the algorithm, the more I studied the algorithm, the more I realized the algorithm is just psychology.
Yeah, it is.
So, because so at the end of the day, what do people want to see? I actually see posts of humanity doing uh good things, and I see more likes on that than I do on something that's negative. And even in the negative video, in the comments, they positive, or trying to shine light to that conversation and find some type of meaning and peace to it. But I overall see, when I see humanity do good, the numbers are off the chain.
Yeah.
So I just feel like it's just, I feel like, man, it's just the end of the day, it seems a whole lot hard. Well, it is harder. It is harder to be good.
Oh, listen. I say this all the time. The devil will bless you fast and watch you suffer long. Like it it feels like that it's not beneficial being a good person.
Yeah, you are correct.
That's what it feels like. It feels like it's not beneficial, because when I see all of this stuff in social media, sometimes I be like, God, we hate each other this much. I'm like, is this much hate for one another? I'm like, yo, you gotta chill, because some of the
Yeah,
stuff that goes on, we're not even like, dudes don't even be on it. Like half of the time I see stuff, it be some of the most. It's sometimes it's funny though, but like we'll actually be doing something that's totally opposite of what our lady think we're doing, because they have outside influences sometimes, and then an outside influence may not be the best person to listen to, but that's the ear, that's that little whisper of bad energy.
this what I'm gonna say to that. If you have a outside source and it is a negative influence, get away from that source. If this
Mm-hmm.
person is not trying to find a positive outlook on the situation that you are currently in, one, this person does not have your best interest, and two, never take negative influence from anybody in especially your relationship. Like,
Mm-hmm.
if, like, I know in mine, I never received negative information, as far as, and I know it's controversial and full of people who know, but I've never been in a situation and I was like trying to make it worse or look for the bad in the situation. That never
Mm-hmm.
happened. All the information I got was like, okay, do this, show up. You know what I'm saying? It was to help me stay in the relationship.
Yeah.
It wasn't no, like, it wasn't me putting preconceived notions in your head and trying to create scenarios to make the situation worse, trying to give you something that you have no foundation or basis on. You see what I'm saying? Like if I didn't hear from my old lady for a whole day, my friend or my homeboy isn't saying she cheating on you,
Mm-hmm.
or she was some other guy. They're not saying those things. They're saying, for example, they're saying, did you call her? Text her, see what's going on. You see what I'm saying? Like positive influence in it.
Yeah.
But if somebody's out here saying stuff like, oh, if he wanted to, he would, get away.
Yeah, man.
Get away.
That that type of stuff comes with maturity, bro. Cause like we all been there. Some people, I think, dwell in and I'm gonna say this, they dwell in the hurt place.
Because that's what they know. It's what they used to.
That's
It's what
what
they
they know.
comfortable in.
And a lot of people a lot of people spread their emotions. I told somebody this morning, I said your emotions are your superpower. Once you learn how to control them, then they'll be able to give you good discernment. That's one
Mm.
thing that I tell men all the time. We lack emotion and empathy a lot. So that's one of the reasons why we need women around, because we don't see stuff in a term of emotional standings, but we see stuff in logical. We see it technical. We see all of the mathematics going through there. And we were like, yo, I don't think this to be the the numbers ain't making, the math ain't math, and we don't need to do it this way. But on the feminine side, on the woman's side, they'll see, well, don't always put the math in it. Put this in there. Feel how it feels.
Yeah,
See,
instinct.
instinct. Cause yeah,
They go off the intuition with
yeah,
no foundation of understanding, going off, preconceived notions, just going off, and they do this to seek reassurance.
yep.
This is how you know somebody is emotionally immature, because they're gonna create a situation. They're gonna create a situation that didn't happen, but in their mind, they're the
Mm-hmm.
narrator, and they're creating a scenario in their mind of something that didn't happen in order to seek reassurance. But if you just would have communicated that, now some men who have been in relationships and who are veterans in relationships understand when to give women reassurance before, without her even asking for it. But that just come over time, after the arguments, after y'all been together for so long,
Yeah.
after you know who that person is. How can you sit up here and give reassurance to a girl or a female? I'm sorry, a woman, a young lady. How can you sit up here and give reassurance to her and you don't even know her that well yet? You don't know what upsets her. You don't know her mannerisms. You don't know much about her in the first place. So, gentlemen, don't beat yourself up, if you feel like you cannot understand what she is or read her mind. You just,
Yeah.
what I will say is just give it more time.
Yeah.
Give it more time and ask for guidance. So,
And
you know,
just what I say, give it time, and like don't rush the woman, like, because a lot of us put a lot of pressure on them that we don't know we putting pressure on them.
yeah, that's true. Yeah.
And we like I tell some it be some people, I tell, I got a PhD in you. I say, I know you. I know you now. So you have to, like, this is what has been taken away from relationships and things like this. But even though the dude was talking all this craziness, but we don't court a women like we should. Like I see, like,
Yeah. And that
y'all,
takes,
it does take time. It take time to know a person. Like, hey,
it take
let me sit
time.
down and talk to you. Like, before, let's see if we really mesh with each other before we just go. Like, we so hypersexual, we just want to talk 2-3 weeks later, poke, 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 poke. We can't do that. We gotta sit. Is this lady, are you on the up and up? Are you where you say you are? You on your square? And if you're not, okay, when we get into a relationship together, let me help you. Listen to me.
Yeah.
Go,
Yeah.
go, go. Do this, do that. See. And even in the Bible, it say, like, when you have more than someone else, you're supposed to help the lesser and get them to the same level. It's not you keep rising above that person and rising. It's not. That's where a lot of I see a lot of social media people say that wrong. Like, women, they see a man at a certain point, and then they want to get with that man and get to that point, and then they trying to get above him. You trying to compete with the dude. You're not trying to be a companion. You in competition. That's gonna ruin every relationship that you have. You
Yeah,
supposed
you
to
don't.
be y'all supposed to be building a legacy, not building a race, a competition. I don't understand it, but that's how it
Yeah,
is now.
and I'm gonna say this to a lot of men, and I'm speaking primarily to men on this one. Don't seek, and listen to me carefully. Do not seek a solution immediately.
Mm-hmm.
That's the worst thing you can do. Stop trying to find a remedy to the problem. Like most men just want the situation to be over with to get back to where things were. Don't do that.
Sit down.
Don't don't do that. Take your time with her. Take your time, man. If she's there for you, she'll be there for you. But
Yeah.
like, so many men want a solution to the issue and they want it to be over with and want the answer and stuff like that. But like you gotta hear them out. Like,
I'll tell
okay.
you the answer, and it ain't Allen Iverson. Listen, y'all, conversation will get you where you need to get. You have to start having adult conversations. Majority of people, we have 40, 50-year-old people that still have 18 and 20-year-old minds. So, and the reason why, because
That's deep.
they have been trapped in that certain mind frame. So you're used to people telling you what to do, but you're not used to people having a conversation on what you can do to get better.
Mm,
So I see a lot of people, oh well, tell me what to do, tell me what to do. It's devoid of you having to think. You need to sit down and have conversations that make your brain work.
mm-hmm.
And that's what we lack. We don't sit down and talk to each other.
Yeah.
We gotta chew the fat, as they say.
And don't be a subjective listener.
Hmm.
Don't pick apart the conversation and only hear what you want to hear and start a conversation on that
Yeah,
because she gonna feel unheard. And it's real easy for some reason for them to feel unheard.
real easy.
It's extremely easy. And gentlemen, I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna say this to the ladies too. Just because somebody clearly communicated doesn't mean they
He listen.
communicated clearly. So it's all about comprehension and patience. You're just gonna have to have those two and understanding. And when I say don't be a judgmental listener, just don't make the conversation about you. Don't
Hmm.
make the conversation about you, but I do recommend that you guys and ladies and gentlemen, you guys read Proverbs. I
Oh, I
have
love
currently started. Yeah, I started reading that. And I think it's everything that you have an issue with is in Proverbs. And you do want to also get the book The Way of Superior Man. That's a really good book, and it really help you put 48 Laws of Power down. That ain't
it.
gonna help you.
Don't put that down. Don't put that book. Stop with it. If you're in business, then get 48 Laws of Power. I done told you about that book.
Don't even get it then.
Yeah. Well,
Don't
it
even get it
worked
then.
good for business. I will say it works good for business, but you have to understand the how that book is really bent off manipulation. Um, and for a lot of people, y'all don't get that. But if you want to get books that will stimulate your mind, you have to really search for these type of books. It's not these high meditation and yoga, these hippie books that where all these people are high and doing all this type of stuff. You have to be very selective of what you ingest as a person.
Oh
Because
yeah.
like one thing that I tell D all the time, I say, hey, when I refer a book to him, it's usually a book that I went through and I've read till I can't stand it no more. Like really till I can't stand it. And I'm like, yo, I'm sick of this book. So when you get to that point, that's when you know, oh, okay, this is a good book. This is a book that I need to deal with. Now, on the other hand, a lot of us go into a weird little space when it comes to reading books. But I was gonna look. I'm gonna give I'll put a link a list of books in the in I give him a list of books
Description.
to put in the description. But I know Power versus Force is a good book. Um, you want to get
The inner work.
emotional intelligence. Um, it's another book, Outwitting the Devil.
Emotional intelligence as the one in the drive, or the one that I wrote. Which one are you talking about?
Both. The one in the drive
Yeah,
and the one that you wrote. Yeah, I can look up some because I do got the drive. I'm glad you
yeah,
said that. I can look some of them up in the drive. Now,
yeah.
understand, guys, like I do have a mentorship as well, but it's for, and I have a men's group that I'm bringing out real soon, and it's to help like younger men. And this is not to shun no ladies, but it's just for the men because I see that they have a harder time getting themselves together. They
Mhm.
really do. And
Yeah, yeah.
we
Because we
gotta
just
get
don't
it.
got no. We just got no. We don't got no social. We don't got no social structures. It's
Yeah, we
just
don't.
kill it. It's just kill or be killed.
That's it.
You know,
So a
just
thing,
kill or be killed.
Atomic Habits. This is a good book for you guys. So I'm gonna list out some books. I did Power versus Force, Atomic Habits, Emotional Intelligence. These are books you guys need to listen to. Ebooks you can listen to. These will help you in life. Um, it will.
Oh, the Daily Decree.
Yeah, the Daily Decree too.
Yeah,
That will help you too.
there.
It's an emotional intelligence 2.0. That's another one. Um,
Mm-hmm.
mm, it's a lot of books, yo, because I got a lot of books that
Yeah,
help people. If you do,
the inner work will help. That's a good
the
one. It's a
inner
pretty
work
strong
will
book.
help.
That's a pretty strong book. Oh, I think his name is. I don't know if it's Robert King, but he got like. Is it It's how to listen. I think it's how to listen, speak, and validate with intentions.
Mhm.
And then I got a few of his books, but he got a collection. I don't know if I'm saying the name right, but he got a collection of books. I think it's like 11 books in that collection. I got like 3 of them, and they're on psychology. One of them is on psychology, and then the other one is on how to listen and validate a relationship, and another one was something about relationships. But I forgot what they were, but I'll add them in the description below. Give you
Yeah,
guys that wisdom.
yeah, those will be good books to really put your mind on. Don't. But one thing I can say, don't focus on trying to get rich before you get yourself together. Get your mental
Yeah.
together
Yes.
before you
Yes.
do, because
Yes.
you
That
can't.
is. Yeah.
This is where we're falling at. We're not mentally together. We just not. We just not.
And that's what's first. That's the hard part. Nobody wants to look at themselves and be like, I'm the
Yeah,
problem.
bro. I tell myself I'm the listen. I tell myself I'm the problem all the time. And listen, I already know what's up. I was like, yo, it's me. I gotta
Yeah.
get. I gotta get out of this,
It take a strong man to walk that journey.
bruh.
And it take an even stronger man to do it alone.
You have to find. You have to find what's within self before you can tell somebody else something. Like I had a lot of things that were damaged in me, and I went through it. I went through it. It was a lot. So it's times that
Mm-hmm.
I listen to ebooks over and over and over and over and over again to put myself in a situation to where I do not feel like the enemy. So yeah,
Yeah. Oh man, yeah, it's gonna be a journey for y'all, but be careful with that information. And information overload is because with great knowledge comes great power, and with great power comes great responsibility. So
that's a fact.
do what's right, do what's right, and help the person that when you see, help the next person that you see within the same situation as you. So that looks like we're gonna have to close out this video. We're running kind of long. So if you guys enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. And you know, I want to say that I do really appreciate the audience that I have. I couldn't do it without you.
And y'all make sure, if y'all on TikTok or Instagram, make sure you follow him, follow me, and make sure you go subscribe to both YouTubes, please, because we're trying to make sure that righteous people can get out here on the internet. It's too much garbage on here, too much clickbait,
too much hate.
That's not making any situations better. I'm tired of seeing all of these shorts talking about people killing people and doing all this type of stuff. We gotta have.
Man, I be looking around and be like, bro, how is this person going viral and they putting out this kind of hate, this kind of energy? Like, bro, like when is it gonna be my turn?
That's what I say. When y'all get the right type of people to win, then everybody's gonna win.
Yeah, you gotta make the right people famous, though. Yeah,
you gotta get the right people famous, not the wrong people.
Yeah, I agree. But that concludes this video. You guys have a great day, and I will see you guys in the next. Thank you for tuning in to this episode of Day to Day with Daidrien podcast. We hope it left you inspired, informed, and ready to take on a new challenge. If you enjoyed what you heard today, don't forget to subscribe, share, and leave a review. Your feedback is what keeps us going. So thank you for being a part of our podcast community. Goodbye for now.